Welcome to Breakout EDU Stop the Pigeon, a computer science introduction to algorithms. The story. Help! A mischievous pigeon has stole the key to our classroom. If he gets into our room after school, he will make a huge mess. The last we heard, he went outside to watch the buses lining up for the end of the day and left the key in the large box. Little does the pigeon know that he has left some clues along the way. Can you help us open the box, get the key, and stop the pigeon before he unlocks the door to our class and makes a gigantic mess? For this breakout, you'll need all of the Breakout EDU equipment that is shown here. The lock setup. The 3-digit lock will be set to 543. The 4-digit lock, 5432. The ABC lock, the word drive. The directional lock, up, right, down, left. And for the key lock, this was inspired by one of Mo Willems' Pigeon books, so you can place the key by or inside of one of his books or the series that's somewhere in your classroom. Or if you have a special spot where you read books to students all the time where they're familiar with, you can put the key near that place as well. Resources that you will need to print out. You'll also need to have resources such as the Mo Willems Pigeon Book series, a Chromebook, tablet, or device that has a QR scanner or reader on it. For some of these, you can play digitally, or you can print them out if you don't have access. For the 3-digit lock, you'll have the QR code and puzzle that is here. Print those out. You'll want to print out the directional lock puzzle that is shown here. You'll need the QR code for the 4-digit lock, the key lock puzzle, which is the top secret message. The word lock puzzle you will need to print out. It has the blank part here and the arrows. And for the large breakout box, you'll need the printout of the large key and the poster that is linked in the activity that shows algorithm. With your invisible ink pen, for this lock, you'll want to write in here in the cells the letters D, R, I, V, E. This correlates with the directions that are given here that will be printed out. When you print them out, cut them out so the color squares stay together. So for example, the pigeon would go 2 down, 2 left, 2 down, and 1 left, and that would be the letter D that you saw on the last slide. Things to place around the room. The Mo Willems series or pigeon books. The 4-digit lock QR code can be put on the wall or on a table. The top secret message for the key lock needs to be printed out, cut into 4 pieces. 2 pieces will be inside the small breakout box. 1 piece of the puzzle will be by the word lock puzzle, and 1 piece of the puzzle will be by the QR code here for the 4-digit lock. Inside the large Breakout EDU box, you'll have the printout poster of the definition of algorithm, the large key lock, here that's shown, the hasp, the ABC lock, directional lock, 4-digit lock, and the key lock will all be placed on the large breakout box. Inside of the small breakout box, you will have the printout of the directional lock map. Notice on here that it says they're going to go from green to red, but you have to make sure you watch out for the one-way streets. The students will also have to have the UV flashlight inside of the small box. Only 2 pieces of the top secret message. If you're doing digitally, you can print out the QR code for this puzzle that is right here, the 3-step algorithm one, or you can print it out if you don't want to do that and place the puzzle next to the small breakout box. So you can play either way. For the game flow, students will have the small breakout box with a 3-digit lock on it, 543. If doing digitally, the QR code will be taped on top of the small box. Once they scan the QR code, it's going to take them to a Google slide of this 3-step algorithm. They need to follow the directions, figure out how to get the pigeon from here to the bus. There are some other ways to get the pigeon to the bus, but it only makes a two-step algorithm, so be careful. You can cut these out if you want to do it paper, so they can do both ways, or they can manipulate within Google Slides and figure out how to get there. Inside that small box, of course, will be the UV flashlight, 2 pieces of the key lock puzzle, and the printable of the directional lock map. The 4-digit lock, they will scan the QR code that may be placed around the room somewhere. When they scan it, it's going to take them to a Google Sheet that has conditional formatting. It says help. They need to follow those steps that are shown there. So if I look, A1 is the number 2, plus C2 is the number 3, and I know 2 plus 3 is 5, so in D4, they would type in the number 5. If they put in the correct number, it should change to red to match the color code. The codes will then give them the code for the lock, 5432. For the word lock, the word drive, once again, you can do this digitally or have it printed out and put next to the directions put there. So they have to start at the pigeon and follow 2 down, 2 over, 2 down, 1 left. And if they use the UV flashlight, they should find the letter D there. It should spell the word drive. They can throw in other letters onto this chart if you would like to kind of do like a red herring. For the directional lock, you'll need to have this printout of the map that is in the small box, and they have to get from green to red. Follow the directions up, right, down, left. Because of the one-way streets, that is the only way to get there. For the key lock, once again, you'll have the key taped somewhere that we talked about earlier, either in the book or somewhere in the room. The top secret message, the students will have all the puzzle pieces to put it together. When they put it together, it looks like this. They have to solve the code. The code spells look in the book. So then they'll look to find where the book is that corresponds to the story. Once they've uncovered and solved all the clues, they will break out. Inside the breakout box is the definition algorithm, where you can talk about what an algorithm is and do the response cards. And of course, they had to get the large key to stop the pigeon from getting into the classroom.